Hey everybody, boys and girls, Matt here. Been a while since I made a video. I don't know if I posted that one. I've made a couple, but I haven't posted them. Just kind of been lazy lately. I've been on vacation, been out at the bug out location, so making another 700-mile trip back north to Minneapolis. Right now I'm on 435 going around Kansas City on the loop here. The Missouri side, and about a week ago I was driving down, coming down through the loop. It was a week ago yesterday. Happy New Year, by the way. It's New Year's Eve right now, heading back up to Minneapolis. But just a week and a day ago I was coming down through here, and there was a curve to the left, and there was a guy that had well, first it was a lady that had stopped in the fast lane around this left curve to turn around, one of those police turnarounds, and the guy came through behind her, didn't see her there, and rear-ended her, slammed into the back of her, tore up her CRV pretty bad, and tore up the front of his full-size Chevy pickup, again, pretty bad. So I jumped out and I pulled over and I backed up for a ways, but by the time I had processed what happened and got off the phone, I was talking on the phone at the time, by the time I pulled over I was probably a half mile away, and I backed up for about a quarter of a mile. I went ahead and stopped, jumped out, grabbed my bug out bag. I got an Alice pack that's got, you know, just some essentials and some medical stuff in there, and then I've also got a first aid kit. So I grabbed the Alice pack and I grabbed the first aid kit, and I ran for a quarter of a mile back to the first car that I got to, which was hers, and she had gotten slammed forward and went through the center median, took out a bunch of those steel posts with the cables running through them. She took out probably 15 or 20 of those, and then the guy, he stopped in the lane, in the fast lane where he had rear-ended her. There was nobody else on the scene, and he was sitting right there in the lane, so I had to change lanes to get around him. So I stopped and talked to her. I made it about a quarter of a mile back to her, and she said everybody was okay, and I said, was anybody else in the car with you? She said no, some lady from Honduras, and didn't really seem like she knew what she was doing. But anyways, it was stupid to be stopped on the road like that. She said everybody there was fine. I said, okay, well, sit tight, I'm gonna go check on the other guys. And so I got back to his truck. It was just him in the truck, and he was moving pretty weird. He was in a lot of pain. I suspected he had a back injury pretty bad. He said it hurt, his back hurt, where the seat belt was hurt, and he hit his head. His airbag didn't go off in that pickup. I don't know why, but it didn't go off, and he smacked his head into and I'm guessing the steering wheel. He was hurt pretty bad, but I got him to pull his truck forward out of the lane, out of the fast lane that he was in around that curve, and to at least avoid getting hit by somebody else. Stayed with him there, you know, kept him company, just, you know, trying to talk him down. He was pretty excited, didn't know for sure what happened. And sorry, I don't want to go on 70, I want to stay on 435. I stayed there with him until the first officer got there, and when the officer got there, I left the officer with him and went back to double check on the woman. And then about the time I got back to her car, the EMS pulled up, and I talked to him, and I told him, you know, I didn't see the accident. I wasn't here for that. I found it pretty much how you see it. I said, if you need my help, I'll stick around. If you don't, then I'll go ahead and get out of your hair and let you guys do your job. And they said that I was good to go, and I went ahead and left. But the point is preparedness doesn't have to mean economic collapse. Now, I took first aid training and CPR training from American Red Cross just for that type of thing. You know, it doesn't matter if it's my family or if it's somebody else. If I can help somebody, then it was totally worth going through the training and taking the time and effort to do it. I'd like to get first responder trained. That's a level below EMT, and that's what most law enforcement is. I've heard people say if you're going to go first responder, might as well go EMT. But I'm not looking for a career out of it. I'm just, wanting to help people when I can and do what I can. And if me stopping the other night did nothing but get him out of the fast lane and prevent another crash, then all of the training and everything leading up to it was worth it. So, people get on to you and tell you you're crazy for prepping or being a prepper, being interested in different types of training like that. You never know when it's going to come in handy. The last update on my CPR training, the woman that was the instructor that did the class, she said she's been in the grocery store parking lot, had to administer CPR. She saved a kid during a high school basketball game by having somebody go get an AED, automatic external defibrillator. And it's just a machine that you put it's like the paddles, they put on you and shock you and jumpstart your heart. And those AEDs are extremely easy to use. If you can find the power button, you can use them. So, if you work in an office building like I do, ask around and find out where the AED is. Even if you're not first aid CPR trained, you could operate that AED. Or maybe there's somebody else that is trained that doesn't know where it's at, and you can go grab it for them. Anyways, just preparedness mindset is more about is more than just preparing for economic collapse or for a situation without the rule of law. It's more than off-grid survival or homesteading or any of that stuff. It's more about everyday kind of situations that could arise. I spend a lot of time driving on the road, and I figure a car accident is something that I'm very likely to come across. And I've driven past several that there was already people on the scene, law enforcement or medical, and didn't really feel like I had to stop. Don't feel the need to stop. They looked like they had it under control. This was actually the first injury accident that I've come across where I've been able to stop, and I don't know if I really helped, but I hope I did. And I didn't want to be in their hair any longer than I had to, because they got their job to do, and once they get there, they're much more prepared to take care of the situation. So, something to think about. You might want to check into a CPR or first aid class in your area. Find out what you can do, and it could be somebody choking on something at Thanksgiving dinner, or it could be a car wreck on the side of the highway, or it could be just basic first aid for after you've bugged out to your bug out location and there's no doctors, there's no services, no fire department, no EMTs or police around. So think about it, check into it, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching. Take care. Wish everybody a happy new year. God bless, and pray for that fellow that was in that car accident. He wasn't quite moving right, and I hope and pray the best for him. Anyways, thanks for watching.